They do use seeds, though, in other parts of the world to extract oil out of it to get green tea cooking oil, which has a higher smoke level than olive oil, and they also have use it for cosmetics. Now, in this field, you notice the holes there. That's just where plants have died over the years for some reason or another. It's very hard to replace plants inside mature sections because tea plants have an enormous root system, and they choke out any new growth that we try to reestablish. You can plant them on the ends and edges of fields, just not in the middle. And on this last field, look about halfway down by the tree line, you notice that road's been a lot higher than the rest. At the end of August, they designate areas around the farm to let grow up for the rest of the season. So this is where the cuttings would come from to go into the greenhouse. They're looking for all 8 varieties, so they're spread out. And then they, of course, need the brown part of the stem with 3 leaves on it. So that's why they let it grow up. And they'll hand cut it and take it into the greenhouse when they're ready for it. The tree to your right, of course, is another live oak tree. We call this one a wedding tree out here. Because in Charleston, we have a lot of outdoor weddings in the spring and the fall. And we have them here. They always have it set up and decorated underneath that tree. And of course, we bring everybody out in the trolleys, and the last person out, last trolley out has the bride. Now I'm going to be turning left here, and as I do, look to your right, you'll see acres of fields back in that area, and that's the lowest part of the farm. That's where we had most of our damage to the plants during the rainy past year. We had over 23 inches in 2 days on the farm of rain, and so we lost some plants back in that area. We're going to go by the field later, and I'll show you what happens when it sits in the rain for too long. Now coming up on your right is another irrigation pond. We have 3 of them out here on the farm. We keep lots of fish in the ponds, and they help us with mosquito larvae. Bill won't spray for mosquitoes out here because he doesn't want the chemicals on the leaf of the tea plant, so we rely on the fish to help us with that. And the ponds do have alligators in them. This one's got one little one right now, about 3.5, 4 feet in length. And the other ponds have bigger ones, but usually this one ends up with all the little ones because the big ones chase out other ones, and that's where they end up. It's kind of cool today, so it's hard to find them, but you might see some turtle heads on the other side sticking out of the grassy stuff, but you might see a little head poking up in that grass stuff. And we also have a pair of bald eagles on the farm. In the late afternoons, they come sit in these pine trees sometimes. We see it back here. They like this pond for some reason, and so we'll see it back here. And on your left is where the 2,000 plants were planted a year ago, and they survived all the rain we've had this past year. And it's going to take them another 3 years to be big enough to start harvesting. And they'll fill in between the rows, and they'll make it nice and thick all the way back to that tree line, and then they'll open up another area. And the black tubing is drip irrigation, and that stays on the plants for 7 years. After that, the root system is pretty much established, so they pull it out, and the plants would be on their own. Now, if you wanted to compare our farm with a farm somewhere else in the world, we're considered a small tea farm. If we were somewhere else, we would need 500 workers to harvest all the tea you see growing out here, and that's because they handpick the tea in other parts of the world where tea is grown on a hillside or a mountainside for the drainage it needs for its root system. Because of our harvester, we only need 3 people to take care of all the plants on the farm, and we have one other man that works with the tea, and that's the tea maker who runs the factory. And in some parts of the world, they pay those workers the equivalent of $2.80 a week to make tea. Now, Bill's going to come back on and give you some information about this field to your left, which is one of the younger fields under production on the farm, and the pond to your right.
We've now arrived at the back 40, so they say, where 17,000 plants have recently been planted. Our entire planting is from cuttings and not from seeds. If you have time, stop by the propagation hut near our gift shop, which explains how new plants are made. These plants form roots in our greenhouse and are then planted into the field with irrigation drip tubing next to each plant. This allows us to provide the water needed if Mother Nature holds back on us. These plants will start giving us leaf in about 1 year when they're tall enough to be harvested. By the 4th year, they'll reach maturity and yield decades of fresh leaves that will be processed and blended into American classic tea. On the right side of the bus is our main irrigation pond. We call it Pond